Nebraska's trusted news source. This is Channel 8 News at 6.
Coming up tonight, fiery fatality. The crash claiming one life in Lincoln this morning. The details from LPD's investigation so far. And fighting for a cause, how a local nonprofit is helping vulnerable community members learn to protect themselves while bringing awareness to survivors. Plus, high hostilities, the new wave of tensions between the U.S. and Iran, and the serious accusations coming to light. But first, breaking now, a fiery rollover crash is under investigation by Lincoln Police. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Mackenzie Johnson. Officers finding a person dead inside a vehicle early this morning after it crashed into a light pole and caught on fire. Here's where it happened. Police say just after 1:30 a.m., a driver was going southbound on 56th Street and then veered off the side of the road. The vehicle slamming into a light pole in this parking lot at 56th and Cornhusker, landing on its roof and going up in flames. First responders put out the blaze, but they found one person dead inside the vehicle. Investigators are working to identify the victim. We'll keep you updated when we learn any new details. And we have some breaking information on a drowning here in Lincoln last night. LPD now clarifying it was a 3-year-old child who was saved from a swimming pool at an apartment complex near 51st and Vine Streets last night. First responders performing CPR on that child before taking them to a hospital, but police tell us now the 3-year-old had to be taken to Children's Hospital in Omaha, where they are in serious condition. LPD is asking anyone with information, including any video or audio recordings, to call their non-emergency number or Crime Stoppers to remain anonymous. Well, some strong storms last night making for a hot and humid start to our weekend.
Wow, what a beautiful view.
He's sure right. Take a look at this. A beautiful day, a beautiful start to our Saturday from citizen journalist Dennis, showing a peaceful shot of the nature out in Ceresco. This video on our Now Local News app, along with a lot of clips from last night's severe weather. But those storms seem to be long gone tonight. If we take a live look outside from our Allo Communications camera, you can see quite a bit of sun, but there are some clouds out there. Let's turn on over to meteorologist Dominic Ferraro to see if we're in for any more bad weather tonight. Dom?
Hey, good evening, Mackenzie. I guess it kind of depends on how you define bad weather. If we're talking storms, I mean, there's a small chance, but most of us are going to stay dry. If we're talking bad weather in the sense of it's hot and humid outside, well, we're certainly living through that here in Lincoln. Taking a look just to the north of the capital city near Berry Law, camera temperatures at the Lincoln Airport, 87 degrees. It's 88 here at the KOKN studios under partly sunny to partly cloudy skies with winds out of the south and southeast right around 10 miles per hour. It's been hot and humid for the majority of the afternoon, but we've been on the cooler side of the state, believe it or not, with the mid to upper 80s here for your afternoon temperatures. Out towards the west, the low to mid 90s. Look at Scottsbluff, 98 degrees still. Here, that's about 5 o'clock mountain time out there. And taking a look at those dew points, upper 60s here in the eastern half of the state. And unfortunately, first time of the year I have to bring out the heat index graphic. Still feels like the low 90s here in Lincoln. If you're heading out for any dinner plans here in the capital city or southeastern Nebraska, we're going to be prepping then for hot and humid conditions really for the remainder of your Saturday. We had a few showers and thunderstorms try and pop up here in far southeastern Nebraska. Now, there's not a whole lot of wind shear in the environment. What that means at the moment, these storms often pop up quick and then can't really sustain themselves for too long. So that's been good news, but a couple rumbles of thunder even here in far eastern Lancaster County. But again, I think the majority of us do stay on the dry side. Now, heat and humidity is going to be kind of a headline here for the next couple of days, especially as we head into the first half of next week. So we'll have some more details on that, plus a little bit of a recap on last night's storms coming up here in a few minutes.
All right, sounds good. Thank you so much, Dom. Well, people out at Eagle Raceway are hoping this weather can hold up. They've had to cancel and postpone a few of their races already this season because of weather. But tonight, they're hoping to make it up to all the fans. The school bus race has been rescheduled for tonight. They're going to have some other competitions happening as well on the racetrack. Only on 8, a Seward martial arts studio is turning self-defense into support for a local cause. Women and teens packing the mat today at Gold Star ATA Martial Arts for a self-defense class. Now, while they learn techniques to stay safe, they're also raising money for a good cause. Channel 8's Emma Norwood was at the class today. Emma, what did you learn?
Hey, good evening, Mackenzie. Now, the class may have been free, but the lessons learned there could prove to be invaluable. There were lines of people just practicing their punches, their kicks, and their blocks, and it was all focused on building confidence and awareness. The sounds of blocks, punches, kicks, and escapes filling Gold Star ATA Martial Arts in Seward today.
You're going to go 1, reset, 2.
The studio hosting a self-defense class for women and teens in the area, all with the goal of building confidence and giving back to the community.
There's a need in really any size community, and so even like here for Seward, you know, we shot this message out to Seward and the surrounding areas, some of the smaller towns too, because you're going to have you know, this kind of what you're training for here, what you're looking for, learning about, is really good for anybody. It's such a good, valuable skill.
Proceeds from the class will go back to Southeast Nebraska CASA, a nonprofit that advocates for abused and neglected children in the court systems.
We're able to make a donation that way. We usually add to it so we can make a nice donation. And then it's a community awareness all the way around. So now somebody maybe never heard of Disrupting Traffic or Southeast Nebraska CASA, and they now can look at that, follow them, maybe become somebody that donates more regularly to that community partner.
15-time world champion Alyssa Glant leading the class, something she's been passionate about having grown up in Crete. And her wisdom goes a long way for so many.
The women's self-defense is just so important because, it just is. That's all the women and the teens and all the stuff out there right now. It's so nice for them to be able to have a safe place to learn this and feel included and have somebody that, knows this information and can share it.
The martial arts studio is planning to do more of these self-defense classes at their Seward, Crete, and Lincoln locations, so everybody around Southeast Nebraska can feel safe. Reporting here in the studio, Emma Norwood, Channel 8 News.
All right, thank you, Emma. Hostilities are high and the war in Iran is heating up. The U.S. military today firing back after it says Iran launched strikes towards the Strait of Hormuz and some of its Gulf neighbors. Now, President Trump, meanwhile, touting success in the war with Iran. Here's ABC's Tom Sufi Burridge from Jerusalem.
The U.S. military releasing video of its strikes on Iranian radar systems at 2 sites along Iran's coast, saying it was responding to defend against further attacks after Iran launched 4 one-way attack drones in the direction of ships near to the Strait of Hormuz. Iran later firing a volley of missiles at 2 U.S. Gulf allies, Kuwait and Bahrain. Tehran accusing the U.S. of violating the fragile ceasefire. On Air Force One Friday, President Trump touting what he called the great success the U.S. is having in the war with Iran.
They're not going to have a nuclear weapon, and they're in no position to have a nuclear weapon.
Then later in the day, not for the first time seeming to indicate we could soon see an end to the war.
One way or the other is finished. It's either finished with a piece of paper or finished a more difficult way, although you could say a much easier way.
The negotiations with Iran hinging on the situation in Lebanon, where Iran is demanding a ceasefire. But that ceasefire is still elusive, with Lebanese officials saying 35 people have been killed in Israeli strikes over the past 24 hours. Israel says its offensive in Lebanon is targeting the Iranian-backed militant group Hezbollah, which says it will keep fighting while Israeli troops continue to occupy part of southern Lebanon. And as the hostilities rage on in the Middle East, the United States has denied visas to a large part of the support staff for the Iranian national soccer team, just days ahead of the World Cup, according to the Iranian embassy in Turkey. The team is scheduled to arrive at their training facility in Mexico on Sunday ahead of 3 group matches in the United States later this month. Tom Sufi Burridge, ABC News in Jerusalem.
Well, summer travel is really starting to pick up now, and drivers are having to factor in the cost of the high gas prices. But in Columbus, some good news. Citizen journalist Thomas sending us this picture of Casey's, where a gallon of gas is now down to $3.74 up in Columbus. But here in the capital city, though, prices averaging above the $4 mark. You can scan the QR code there on your screen to download our Now Local News app and see what the costs are looking like in your area. When we come back, emergency exercise. See the shocking scenes from a training simulation at Offutt Air Force Base and find out why these first responders are learning new life-saving skills. Stick with us. Training at the Offutt Air Force Base. Just take a look here. Some incredible footage of their training today. This is a simulation of an airplane crash involving multiple casualties. Now you can see huge flames, thick smoke, and crews trying to put out the fire. Officials bringing together a ton of different agencies today, teaching them to work together on communication and emergency responses. Let's take a closer look now at what all they got to practice. These kinds of training simulations are all about building coordination between the military and local community agencies. The reason they're doing this is to prepare for the 2026 Defenders of Freedom Air and Space Show, which is in August. First responders practicing how to care for patients with serious injuries and keep people safe in the area in case of an emergency. Well, at this hour, the whole country commemorating D-Day. Today marks the first day of the Normandy landings that laid the foundations for the end of World War II, and that was exactly 82 years ago today. It also marks tragedy for the U.S. and allies, as more than 4,000 Allied troops were killed on D-Day. Now, people everywhere, including here in Lincoln, are honoring the fallen soldiers from that day on our Now Local News app. Brian visiting the Veterans Memorial Garden today, where many historical symbols of D-Day are put out on display. And law enforcement here in Nebraska also honoring the fallen heroes, with the Nebraska State Patrol paying special tribute to Andrew Jackson Higgins, a native Nebraskan who designed the landing boats used by Allied forces. The Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs saying without the courage of our troops, there is, quote, no Allied victory.
And we're monitoring the potential for scattered showers and thunderstorms for your Sunday forecast. And we'll have the latest details on both the rain chances and what we can expect for a very warm week ahead coming up after the break. Since
Community coming out for a day of biking and fun. The police department welcoming kids and families for their Landon Boss Memorial Bike Rodeo today. Now the event focusing on teaching kids safety when they're on their bikes, enjoying the nice summer weather.
Go! You guys didn't even set it off.
There was plenty of fun to go around, even for the police officers. You could see there the police chief and captain were trying to see who could run fast enough to register a speed on their monitor there, but clearly there was no winner. Kids also getting their bikes and their helmets inspected, making sure everyone's safe and ready to go for all of their bike rides this summer.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with meteorologist Dominic Ferraro.
And significant rainfall falling across southeastern Nebraska yesterday and into early Saturday morning here. Wanted to take a look at a few totals that we got from the National Weather Service. 7 miles to the west and southwest of Wilbur. Close to 5 inches of precipitation falling with some of those storms. They kind of just sat there, parked themselves, and dumped a whole lot of rain here. And flooding certainly a concern still for a few of these counties. 3 miles to the west of DeWitt at a close to 4 1/4 inch there. Hickman here in southern Lancaster County at both 4 inches. Another report there a mile to the south of 3 3/4 inches of precipitation. Swanton, Nebraska, they had one storm that kind of just lingered over them, I'd say for several hours. Close to 3 1/4 for them. And then Plymouth as well, 1.5 inches. We officially recorded a 1/10 of an inch here in the capital city. I saw a few reports from around Lincoln of about 1/4 to 1/2 inch. We were about 4/10 of an inch here at the station. So, you know, lots of variability on who kind of saw those higher rain totals, and that's kind of the case of how these storms work sometimes. So it's kind of interesting to see that. But on top of the reports that we saw for heavy rainfall, several reports of flooding across southeastern Nebraska, several rivers and creeks going above their banks as well. Then we had 37 storm reports, or at least around that here in this red box. A couple reports of hail up to golf ball size. I know we saw a few wind gusts close to 70 miles an hour recorded across the viewing area as well. So it was a busy Friday afternoon there and into the evening. But for now, things a little more quiet as we take a look in Beatrice. Some puffy cumulus clouds. We've seen a few showers and thunderstorms try and get going to the south of Beatrice there as we take a look at your Shones roofing camera. Very warm and humid though as we head into your Saturday evening. Mid to upper 80s and then into the low 90s. Scottsbluff out in the Panhandle, 98 degrees here. So definitely a warm one as we're about a week or so here in the meteorological summer. It fits the part in southeastern Nebraska. Still 87 here in Lincoln, 82 down the road in Beatrice, and a stronger wind out of the south between 10, 15, even at times closer to 20 miles per hour out towards the Tri-Cities, bringing in all of that warm and humid air for our Saturday evening. We've seen a few light showers try and pop up here during the peak time of daytime heating, but as we mentioned, not a whole lot of wind shear in the environment, and because of that, haven't seen a whole lot of these be able to stay sustained long enough to get much out of it. So for any outdoor plans tonight, I'd say heat and humidity are your main concern, but we'll keep an eye then on a few chances for showers and thunderstorms as we go then through your Saturday. These are going to stay fairly scattered in nature once again like today, but ramping up here as we get close to sunrise on Sunday morning, and these will continue to move them off to the north over the early afternoon hours, and should be wrapped up then as we get a little closer then to dinner time, but can't rule out a stray shower or possibly a thunderstorm there in far southeastern Nebraska as we head towards your Sunday evening. Then we turn our attention then to the western half of the state where they could see a few strong to severe storms both on the Sunday night and then once again throughout the day on Monday. No severe weather risk, at least for the moment, here in southeastern Nebraska. Never a bad idea to stay weather aware, but a marginal risk for the Panhandle there on both Sunday and then portions of the Panhandle in southwestern Nebraska on Monday, where an isolated severe storm or two remains possible. For your forecast then tomorrow, low 80s here in eastern Nebraska. We'll see plenty of cloud cover. Different story out towards the west. Low 90s to then upper 90s for the far Panhandle, and we'll stay at least out of the 90s for hopefully their Monday, but those warmer weather is coming for us as we head throughout the middle of the week. Hot and humid. We'll see heat index values probably close to 100 degrees there in the middle of the week too. Wouldn't be a bad time to get out to the pool, that's for sure.
Absolutely not. 97 I think I saw on that 10-day. Definitely going to be a pool day, or maybe like stay inside out of the sun. That's a little too warm.
I was going to say definitely toasty. Hopefully the AC unit holds up, but again, if you have the option to get out to the lake, get out to the pool, maybe not a bad idea there.
Maybe. All right, thank you so much, Dominic. And speaking of, even though it's been pretty warm out there, the Crete Wildwood Pool is unfortunately closed to the public today, but it's because there's a swim meet going on. Teams are out competing in the pool, but not to worry. If you and your kids want to beat the heat tomorrow, they will reopen at 1 in the afternoon. Coming up in sports, we're checking in on local baseball, plus talking about a new Husker football player that was picked up in the portal. Find out who it is when we come back.
Now, from the Channel 8 Sports Zone, sponsored by Greens Furnace and Plumbing, here's Channel 8 News Sports with sports anchor Jake Homan. The Channel 8 News Sports Zone.
Hey, what's going on? Welcome into your Saturday Sports Zone. Let's start things off with a new recruit and a player in the portal for the Huskers. First off, on the turf, a new defensive back by the name of Bryce Williams. No, not Husker basketball star Bryce Williams, but a cornerback who decommitted from Florida State, a 4-star commit that is, and he is now committed to the Cornhuskers, according to Rivals on 3. Williams stands at 6'2" and shows Nebraska over 45 other programs. And now we head to the Diamond, where a cross-state rival will be joining Nebraska. Right-handed Hawkeye pitcher Cole Moore transferring from Iowa to Nebraska. He announced the decision this morning on his X account. Moore appeared in 20 games this past season for Iowa as a freshman. And the Royals, winners of 3 of their last 5, looking for the series win over Minnesota today. Top of the first here, how about a solo shot to right to get this ball game going? Carter Jensen says you can kiss that puppy goodbye. Good for his 8th homer of the year. Top of the 9th now, though. KC down 2-1. Jensen would tie it up again on a sac fly. And then Bobby Witt Jr., the single, gets through over the shortstop head to left field, bringing in the go-ahead run. Witt's 400th career RBI. KC hangs on for the clutch victory, 3-2 over Minnesota. And now we head over to local baseball. Right now, the Salt Dogs resuming their series versus the Canaries right now in game number 2. just getting underway. And of course, the Storm Chasers also on the road tonight, taking on the Columbus Clippers. And a couple of tickets have been punched to the College World Series tonight. Day number 2 of the NCAA Super Regionals. Georgia outlasting Mississippi State 13-12. In game number 1 of that series, the West Virginia Mountaineers crushing Cal Poly to book their first ever trip to Omaha. And then you have North Carolina even in the series versus USC. And then Troy, how about that? Taking down Little Rock 7-2. The Trojans not only making their first ever College World Series appearance, but the first team to ever do so with 30 losses. And one last thing before we go, don't forget tonight, Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Finals begins at 7 o'clock. This series between the Carolina Hurricanes and the Vegas Golden Knights, even at 1, puck drops. Guess right here on Channel 8 ABC. Be sure to tune into our newscast right after tonight, the game at 10 o'clock. And that will do it for your sports. I'll go ahead and send it back to you, Mackenzie.
Who are you going to vote? Who are you going to root for tonight?
I gotta go Hurricanes.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like I gotta be a Vegas fan.
My Carolina
I got some
ties,
family out there. Guess we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Thank you so much, Jake. And let's check in with our final check of the forecast now. What do we need to know, Dom?
I mean, first off, I'm going to have to disagree with you two. Meteorologist, the Hurricanes. Actually grew up in North Carolina for a little bit in the early years there, so go Canes tonight. But scattered showers, maybe a thunderstorm as we go through your Sunday forecast. Definitely warm as we head into next week. We're looking at high temperatures in the 90s, heat index values potentially close to 100 degrees.
All right, thank you so much, Dom, and thank you all for joining us. Have a good rest of your night. We'll see you back here after the hockey game.
Plan your next game night out or celebrate any milestone with us, because happy hour is even happier when you're winning. Only at Warhorse Casino, minutes from downtown in Lincoln.
Let your voice be heard by sharing your photos and videos to the Now Local News app. Earn points and redeem them for gift cards. Scan the QR code to join.
Casey's is too nice to say no. So when someone asked to be hand-tossed like our pizza dough, we said
It's Casey's.